Good afternoon, a very warm welcome to a gorgeous day here at Boston Logan International Airport. Guys, today we'll be featuring Delta on the channel for the very first time on a flight down south to Tampa in Florida. So come along and check them out with me together. I'd flown Delta a few years before I started this project internally within the US, and I was really very impressed. So this was an airline that I was very much looking forward to trialing on the channel. As ever, with any carrier, your first real FaceTime experience with them is as part of the check-in process. Delta had opted for a very automated approach just here, seeing this more and more all over the world just now. I must say it was as silky smooth as I found anywhere else. A really good start with them. Well, despite being incredibly early for the flight, about 6.5 hours or so ahead of time, they've been able to let me check in, so that's definitely a bonus. So from here, it'll be through security and on from there. I transited through Boston a couple of times as part of this trip and found the airport facilities overall fairly decent. I must say, this being an economy review, of course, there was no lounge access included as part of the ticket, so I took myself off to one of the restaurants, had a quick Starbucks and enjoyed many of the great views out of the windows. Good time for me to mention also that the channel has just hit its 2nd year anniversary. A huge thanks to those of you who've tuned in to the channel so far. Guys, if this is your very first time tuning into the channel, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. I've got so much more similar content on the channel from the likes of American Airlines, British Airways, Qatar Airways, and so many other carriers. If you do hit that subscribe button, my content will come up for you that bit more into the future, and I'd love to have you for future reviews as well. Anyway, time here is running out. It's time for me to head down to that boarding gate. Tonight we're jumping on a Delta 737, so let's see what the experience is like with them. Being on an economy basic ticket, sadly, I was one of the last to board the aircraft, so by the time I got on, things were really very busy. Thankfully, I was able to get some nice quiet shots of the seats over my two legs with them. After the business class was the economy comfort section, where you get a little bit of extra legroom. For those of you that are slightly taller, this may well be an option that's worth going for. I was sat back, however, in one of the standard economy seats shown just here. I'm 180 centimetres or just shy of 6 foot for reference, and I have plenty of room in these particular seats. The seats themselves had plenty of charging options, were nice and comfortable, so everything, I have to say, was off to a good start with Delta. With us now being up in the air and the hours of daylight well behind us, I was really impressed by the nice and dark cabin ambiance. It does my head in, frankly, when European airlines keep the lights on through a nighttime flight. Much better with it a little bit darker. First things first, let's take a look in flight with the entertainment system. They had the seat back entertainment screens. This was a real plus for me just here. Loads of different options from an entertainment point of view. They even had live TV. What's more, as part of the entertainment setup, they were even offering free onboard Wi-Fi. This was all starting to feed into a feeling, frankly, with the airline of real quality, that they just felt that little bit better than the other choices, and having reflected on recent economy experiences across the States, for me personally, they did indeed feel a cut above. They then made that onboard entertainment directly streamable straight to your device, so be that a laptop, tablet, whatever it may well be, you can have that coming straight into your own device, which I thought was a nice touch. A little bit later into the flight, I took a walk down to the toilets. These were a slimline type of design, nice and clean throughout the flight, and forgiving a slightly loose door just here, otherwise all was good on the bathroom front. Now, as part also of the onboard portal, you can then also check in on what's being offered on the menu. There's a couple of complimentary snacks, little cookies, biscuits type things that were offered free of charge, and also a soft drink. If you wanted anything else beyond that, you had to buy it. On that particular occasion, I have to say I was absolutely starving at jumping on board, so I was very much looking forward to getting into what they had. What they have available on each flight does depend a little bit on the distance that you're flying. Sadly, on this occasion, we were a little bit under the 1,500 miles, which was the top bracket, so they only had the market snack box available. This was the biggest item. Not really ideal for me on that occasion, wanting something for dinner, but I made do. I think sat there as a bit of a snack with perhaps a glass of wine would have been quite nice. If you're looking to jump on board around dinner times, hungry, I would recommend eating at the airport. Alrighty, so that's me arrived into Tampa, and that was the experience with Delta in their short haul economy. So what were my thoughts? Overall, really very good. The crew were absolutely fantastic, so much better than any major American carriers, certainly that I've travelled with in the last few months. Beyond that, seats, really good. Great to have those seat back entertainment screens. Bit of a minor thing, it would be good to see them expand their menu selection, particularly for those slightly longer domestic flights, those around 3 hours or so. I think some hot options would be absolutely ideal, but overall I'm nitpicking ever so slightly. Guys, that's it for today. Got so much more upcoming on the channel, so don't forget to tune in for that. I'm really looking forward to welcoming you to another video real soon.